Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Friday, July 14th, 2023. This is another entry in my daily vlog, just kind of a daily journal, a documentation of my attempt to make content creation a sustainable thing instead of just a hobby. And talk about how it's going and what. So let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday I told you that I set aside my production schedule to do a follow-up on some consulting work I had done a couple of weeks ago. I was contacted and they're like, hey, here's a new version of something, can you look at it a little more? And it really took all day yesterday. I mean, aside from managing social media and replying to contents and those sorts of things, I was all day working on that. I did an addendum to my report and sent that on, and then we'll see what comes of that. It was really just a follow-up as part of the service that I had, kind of as a consultant. And I'm being vague because I have to be, but as soon as I can, I will tell you all about it. It was a cool little opportunity. So, frog in my throat, excuse me. So that was yesterday, pretty much all of yesterday. Stat-wise, we're again sitting pretty stable at around 35,000 views a day or so after coming down off of the big surge we had a couple weeks ago, which is doing great. We did just shy of another 100 subscribers, but enough to throw us over the next milestone. We're now 32,900 subscribers. I would expect by mid-weekend or so, next couple of days, we should hit 33,000. Isn't that awesome? So then let's talk a little bit about today. What's going on with today? Well, since yesterday was kind of a wash in terms of GenXGrownUp productivity, I have a couple things I want to do today. It's Friday. We'll see if I get at least one of them completed. I think what I'd really like to accomplish is to get a relatively easy to execute long-form video done. I have another handheld toy that I got on Father's Day a few weeks back, and I've been wanting to cover that before it kind of ends up enshrined on my set back there, and I never dig it out and work with it. And it's cute, so it's not as maybe not as exciting as the sealed one that I got the other day, but it's in the box and manual and everything, so it's pretty cool and in great shape. So I think I'd like to try to get that one done at some point today, and maybe release it either end of the day or Saturday, one or the other. And then over the weekend, I'll say that I'm going down to Orlando to another toy show. Just love walking around seeing vintage toys, and who knows, you might find something relatively inexpensive or super awesome to pick up. So this is down in Orlando, and it happens most every year. It missed a couple of years during the pandemic, as you might imagine, but it's a huge show, so I'm headed down there to see that this weekend. And if you notice that today's video looks a little different, you're right. I mean, I'm experimenting with some different lighting techniques and some different camera settings. Just try to increase the fidelity of the video over time. I mean, there's always ways you can improve, and so but you can't boil the ocean. I can only do one thing at a time. And so yesterday, since I was in the studio all day and while I was waiting on things to progress, I said, well, let's spend this time while I'm working on this consultant deal to every once in a while kind of tweak my lighting while I'm waiting on something to boot or so it's different. I know there's some harsh shadows here and there. I'm messing with it, just like as my delivery has changed in my real videos, my production videos. Due to the experience I get with this vlog every morning. The same is true of this lighting. Like, I don't know that this lighting will be featured in my next video, but I'll study it and look at it as I edit the vlog and kind of look in the corners and see what I want to change. And this vlog, just like it's been for my mind and my heart and everything else, this is kind of the testing ground to kind of bounce things off the wall and see, and that's including technical stuff like this. Yeah, it's just, it's brighter, but it also, I think it should be sharper. I don't know. Well, you tell me what you think. There's probably, it's hard to shoot and look and shoot and look and shoot and look. So I've got to shoot something, edit it, and evaluate it, and make little tweaks. So this is kind of a big tweak that I'll probably dial back a little bit as I decide how things go. Anyway, yeah, so it's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. I look forward to a good time. Sunday's finally the day I'll get to sleep in after I don't know how many weeks. Ready for that too. I want to thank you for stopping in to check out today's vlog if you did. If you're here every day, I love you for that. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. Do something good for yourself if you can, and I will talk to you again on Monday. Bye-bye.